So now that we're into 2025, new year, often a time for reflection. And with that may come a resignation. Workplace Wellbeing speaker Shannon Talbot joins us with more on Resignation Rush. This is the thing in January.
It is a thing, yeah. Job applications rise by about 22% in January on average.
The new year comes and somebody might not be happy in their current situation, so they're just like, I'm out, or they really start looking for another opportunity.
Yeah, they start applying, yeah.
So are we looking at the employee standpoint or the employer standpoint of like how to keep good people?
So we're looking today at the employer standpoint, because really it starts at the top down and how you can create that employee engagement in your workplace.
Okay, so what would drive employees to maybe leave a workplace? How do you keep them?
Right, so one thing is burnout. You know, maybe last year was a really rough year. Maybe people had to take on extra work from their company being downsized, stress. It could also be just, it's a new year. People are excited to go after new career goals. And another one is money.
Sure.
So studies show that by leaving companies, employees can earn up to 15.4% more income versus if they stay, it's about 3.6% income. So money's another one, and especially people who just maybe got paid out their annual bonus in December are ready to jump ship in January.
So as an employer, how do you kind of recognize these signs and then like re-engage your employees?
So it's a tough one. I feel for employers right now because burnout's on the rise, disengagement's on the rise, loneliness is on the rise. They're dealing with a tough spot, but really it's any change in behavior. You know, some of their employees may have been really, motivated, may have produced really great work, may have been really engaged, speak up, and now they're more withdrawn, they're more doing the bare minimum, and they're just kind of trying to get by. So it's looking for those changes of behavior. Perhaps they're calling in sick more, perhaps they're working from home now more when they should be in the office. So it's any change of behavior is a great time to have a conversation and see what's going on with them.
Is that part of fostering a culture? Is it communication? Is that the main thing?
It is. And I actually think, I have an unpopular opinion on what I think leaders can start to do, and that's going against what we've been hearing the last few years, and that is to treat your workplace more like a family. I think if we foster a sense of belonging, and research shows that if employees feel a sense of belonging, they're 45% more productive. And there's a 50% reduction in turnover risk for them. So it's open communication. It's creating the trust where people feel they can come as their whole selves. They can share, their opinions without fear of repercussion. They're not worried about losing their job if they share an idea. And it's having that open and honest feedback and dialogue.
Why is that unpopular? Why do people not want to go the fit? Because you get too connected to your employee?
Yeah, and I get it from an employee standpoint. If you're worried about always pleasing, we have people pleasers, people wanting to please their family. They may not have the boundaries. They may not say no. They may agree to do everything. They may go above and beyond. So it's looking at really creating healthy, positive relationships. Not all families are great either.
Yeah,
so it's looking at just those positive relationships and having that, sense of engagement amongst one another, getting to know one another outside of work. Do they have pets? What are their pets' names? Do they have kids? Where did they grow up? And getting to know people on a more personal level.
We're running out of time. What about honesty? Is honesty, because honesty is a tough one when it comes to the work, because you can't be totally honest, but it's important to be honest. How do you work that?
I think it's just finding the right context, right? You don't want to come and air your dirty laundry, but you do want to be able to have that honest opinion and know, okay, I'm not going to get in trouble by saying this. But just creating that feedback loop is really important. Important
chat. Shannon Talbot, you have a book that's coming up on a year old. It came out last January. Breaking Free, Stop Holding Back, Start Being You. There it is right there. You can get that wherever you get books. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
We'll continue our first show of 2025 right after this.